Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and while you're at it, click the bell to be notified of future videos. This block is called Cat's Cradle, and it's 12-inch finished. Here's the diagram, and it's the Cat's Cradle unit is this unit right here with the large half-square triangle, the square in the corner, and the two triangles. And then it's just repeated 4 times in the block. Here are 4 blocks set block to block, and these are all scrappy. This is a 2x2 grid, so each Cat's Cradle unit is 1 space in the grid, and it's a 12-inch block, so each unit finishes at 6 inches. Here are the patches, and I left off the AccuQuilt die numbers, but they will be here on your copy. Patch A is a 3-inch finished half-square triangle. You cut 3 7/8-inch squares, cut them in half once on the diagonal, and you'll get 2 patches. You need a total of 8 patches. These are the triangles. There are 2 A triangles in each of the Cat's Cradle units for a total of 8. Patch B is a 3-inch finished square, and we cut 3.5-inch squares. We need 1 patch from each of 4 different fabrics, and that is the square in each of the units. And finally, patch C is a 6-inch finished half-square triangle. We cut 6 7/8-inch squares, cut them in half once on the diagonal, and we'll get 2 patches. We just need 1 patch of 4 different fabrics, or you can use the same triangle to make 2 of them. It's up to you, or you can make 2 blocks. But you will have one of these extra triangles left off from each color if you're just making 1 block. Alright, so here is patch A, and this is the fabric we cut with patch A. It's the background. You'll cut 1 at 3 7/8 times 17 inches, and you'll subcut it to 4 3 7/8-inch squares. Then you'll cut each square in half diagonally once for 8 patches. And here's patch B, and we have 4 different fabrics. For each fabric, you cut 1 3.5-inch square. Patch C, we have 4 different fabrics, and for each fabric, we cut a 6 7/8-inch square, and cut each square in half diagonally once. Here are my fabrics. These are the large triangles, patch C. This is patch B, the squares, and these are the small triangles, patch A. This is put together like this. This goes like this. So this is how the Cat's Cradle unit looks. There are some tools out there. I know Creative Grids makes one, but there are probably other ones that will make this unit, and I think that tool makes 2 of these at a time. I'm not quite sure, but there are tools out there if you're a gadget person that will make these. And we're going to start by sewing this part first. For step 1, we're going to sew the A and B patches together like this. We'll start by sewing 1 triangle onto the square, press the seams, and then sew the other triangle to this side of the square and press the seams. Then you'll have a giant big half triangle. So I have these positioned the same way as the diagram. And start with this one, and this is the edge. These are the straight edges here, so you want to match, line up this edge and this edge. Flip this over, and line up the 2 edges, this one, and stitch our scant 1/4 of an inch, and press the seams open. Now these are done. You'll have this little nub sticking out, and I always cut it off even with the square. You want it out of the way when you're going to sew your next piece on, and your next piece is going to go like this. If you get confused and you think it goes this way, remember you want to make a big triangle, and this doesn't work. Move it around until you get your triangle. Here's the line you want to line up. Flip this over, line up this line, and stitch a scant 1/4 inch here. We have our units done now. This is the other half of our half square triangle. There's another nub here you need to cut off, so you have a nice straight edge. Now we'll just take our matching large half square triangle, which is patch C, and we're going to sew these two together. Flip this one over, the pieced part, flip it over, and match all 3 sides, because we want to get it flat, we want it to match nice. I put the pieced part on the top, so as I'm stitching, I can see where the point is here. You can see right where this point is, and you can stitch just above that point, so when you open this up, your points are not cut off. And when you stitch a 1/4 inch, start here and just aim for the very top of this point, and then finish at your 1/4 inch. Press your seams open. All of our cat's cradle units are done, so we'll just put them together how we like them. And the large half square triangles make a pinwheel. Let's see, like this. Let me move this over here. There, so that's my cat's cradle block. I'm going to sew these two together and these two, press the seams, and then sew the 2 rows together. Flip these over and pin it so I'll know which side needs to be sewn. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and while you're at it, click the bell to be notified of future videos.